Hi, Sora just came out, and lots of people are just shitting themselves right now. And I've also recently saw a tweet that I was enraged by. I know I'm the first one being enraged by a tweet. But anywho, I've already recorded one video on AI, but this time I will show you how to properly use it and why I see this as a creative tool. It's not there to take your job. If you think that couple lines of code will replace your job, will replace what you're doing, well then I think you're useless, honestly. And firstly, let me show you the tweet that got me making this video. It has a picture of some landscape and some painted canvas, but it's not really good. Like, honestly, whoever did this could do better. But the tweet says, "Fuck your AI trash. Only trash people like or use it. I sat for an hour by a stream near my home and painted this. Well, bitch, this looks like shit, honestly. I don't care how techno tantrum you get. AI is theft, not art." Well, listen, you fucking hog. I've looked at your account. You aren't even that good. So I get why are you panicking because of the AI. But what I would say is that only trash people trash on AI because it's a great fucking tool. And if you're a creative and you're a smart creative, and if you want to be good creative, you have to be smart creative, then it is a fucking tool. So in this video, I'm gonna show you a bunch of things, specifically in Adobe Suite. So if you have Adobe plan with all of the programs and shit, then you will have some AI capabilities within your programs. And honestly, I'm using them every fucking day. Even recently, I've designed some parts of my drawings thanks to AI. It's fucking great. Stop being an idiot. Start using it smart. Start using it as a tool. I feel like AI will become a tool in creative arts as Photoshop did 30 years ago or some shit. And yeah, these are available to you within your Adobe Suite. So strap in. Those are really cool fucking tools. I encourage you to use them. I am an artist. I do paintings. Yeah, those are fucking real. I spent hours painting them, you fucking bitch. In here, I have over like 30 paintings. Like actual oil paintings. And you know what? I think AI is fucking awesome. Even though I'm a classic artist, I prefer using paints, pencils, pens. If I'm shooting pictures, I like to do that on film. I'm all about the classic arts. I like to sculpt. I did some ceramics back in the day. So I do a lot of shit, trust me. And I do all of this all my life. So trust me when I say this shit is fucking amazing and everyone should use it. Now I'm gonna move to the computer to show you how to use these fucking things. Alright, you fuckheads. So let's start with the first thingy. If you pay for Adobe, for all of you pirates, well, I'm sorry, you won't have the access to it. But for all of you that have Adobe, you have also Adobe Firefly. The Firefly is their official website. You get like 100 points per month, and if you didn't know about it, you probably have like 1,000 or something like that, because they like accumulate. And what those are like generating points. If you never run out of them, honestly. If you want, you can buy it for like $5, I think, per month. So yeah, so this is my thumbnail from the last video, but I'm just gonna create some portraits because I want to show you stuff and I don't want to use pictures of a real people, you know, because of privacy and shit. So in here, check this out. We can change the ratio of the thing we are gonna create. So let's do square, why not? And let's go with photo, because I want real human here for the next thing. So in the photo settings, check this out. We can change the aperture of it, so you can have like blur, like bokeh effect and shit like that, shutter speed. This one is, it doesn't really work sometimes. And field of view, let's do like, okay, I cannot do 70, so fuck it, let's do 50. Okay, let's do one more thing. Let's do studio lights. There we go. Portrait of a person. I hope it will get it. Probably will. Look at this. This is like proper. It has textures and shit. See? Those little details. Some of them are wonky, like her teeth here. But what is amazing, what you can do is you can just generate fill. All right, so let's make the brush a little bit smaller, just like that. Then just let's let it think. All right, we don't have wonky teeth, but we can keep it. We can download it. I'm gonna do now. This is quite interesting thing because like here, it adds information that it is AI created, so no submitting it to photo contests and shit like that. But look at the hair here. And this is, I really like this. I don't know about you guys, but let's fix the spelling and let's regenerate, because why the fuck not? We can do this. And yeah, I have 1,000 credits. I think I have 1,000 credits per month or some shit. There we go. This guy definitely looks like a serial killer, but this one's a jerk. This one, young lady that works at a bank, and she is like the engineer or some shit. But let's add makeup, because we're gonna need that shit later. Maybe I should do this fucking thingy. Yeah, I probably should do this fucking thingy. And it's really cool because like you can upload your own image and you can create different variations of it. So if you get stuck on creating a painting or a drawing, you can throw it in there and just go crazy on here. Create lots of crazy stuff, and it's just like basically brainstorming, but you're doing it alone, I guess. Okay, this is a nice makeup. You can see like the texture, proper texture. Like there are some imperfections in his skin. This is like the first version. I think they have like second version of it already. But for me, this is already fucking amazing. And it's way better than the one in Photoshop. That's why I'm showing you this separately, because Photoshop also has some interesting tools. But okay, let's save it. But let's say you look for something specific, right? But the Pinterest or whatever the fuck you're searching it on doesn't show proper results that you're expecting, right? So let's try 16th century peasant woman, and let's go for it. All right, it looks a little bit wonky, but we didn't specify. So let's put her in a village, because it looks artificial to me, even if I would plan photo shoot, because on this type of background it showed, nah, won't work. Okay, it doesn't work. See, sometimes it doesn't work, but what we can do is we can go, which one? Let's go with the third one, and we can use generative fill like that. Background, poof, and now, or maybe I should add th16. Okay, see, it ain't that easy. Won't just pop you perfect things for that matter. But you know what? Fuck this. I don't want her smiling at me like that. Oh, and another thing, if you like something that it creates, download it, because there's no like history as far as I'm aware. So you cannot really go back to what you have created. It just vanishes. But let's try the landscape. Okay, which village is like, let's do, I want a happy shit. Oh fuck, I forgot about the studio light. That's why those bitches weren't. Oh fuck me. See, that's why you should pay attention to shit like that. It's tricky. No, I'm fucking stupid. Oh fuck, I should also change the photo settings. Okay, cool tone. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. All right, this time I'm gonna pick the second one. So I'm just gonna download this bitch. And yeah, fucking brainstorming. Now I don't have to spend time on like Pinterest for hours. I can just create shit I want. And you know what? Let's do a fucking edit. Because why not? Okay, it's not perfect, but if you like drawing it or something, you can design shit easier and then just draw what you see and then add stuff like that. But alright, we're gonna move on to Photoshop now, because I have things I've needed, which is perfect, and I'm gonna show you some AI stuff that's there. Alright, we have our first example here. So if you want to delete something, anything, you can just select something like that and then generate, and don't type anything. It will just figure the shit out on its own. It's really amazing. See? It disappeared from there. Bam. And you always have 3 variations of it, so you're always good, all right? You can type a prompt if you want, but there's no need for that, all right? But let's change something about her. So you can go to filter, and you have neutral filters here, which uses AI, and some of these you have to download them. I mean, some of these, I think all of them you have to download. They're like in between 100 to like 400 megabytes each, but they're quite interesting for what they are doing. So it can clean the skin off. A smart portrait is quite interesting because you can like change the eye direction here. And I'm not gonna show all of them because we don't have time, but just play with this shit. Trust me, it's mind-blowing sometimes. And make sure to create new layer out of whatever you're gonna create here. But let's do makeup transfer, all right? So we can go to the portrait we've just created. And yeah, we've just created this out of nothing. Look at the texture here. So we're gonna use this image and bam, we have a makeup like this, all right? So let's take this one and let's make this one black and white. Just for fun. Fuck them group, no. And as mentioned in the color theory video, just play with the colors here to get different results. This looks terrifying, for example, so I'm just gonna nibble it down a little bit like that. All right. And I'm just gonna merge them together. Just Control E, right? So now we have black and white picture, and you can use any black and white picture. If your grandparents have like an old family photo, just take the picture of it or scan it. It would be even better. Go to neutral filters and colorize it. Yeah, like this. Bam. It is different. Each time it's different. That's how you know it's working. But what's really amazing about that, like let's say we don't really like this bluish tint here or this yellowish tint here. No problemo. Click here, just pick white and you just cleared it. You can hold Alt key to copy the color. Bam, it's clear. Just for good measure, right? Besides copying the color with Alt key, if you click on it, it will create your last color that you've used. So we can change that color to like pinkish, let's say. And now let's try to move it on here. Yeah, it won't look good because you better use a makeup transfer for that. But we can make her shirt kind of like tie-dye pinkish, like this. We can strengthen the colors as well, like so. We're just gonna copy them a bunch, but this color doesn't want to give up. No, okay, it's bleeding on her neck. But sometimes it even like creates proper reflections of colors if you change lots of colors around. So let's say I'm gonna add green in here just for fun. Like the fuck not. Okay, it's maybe bad placing, but you can see as I'm moving it, see now kind of like spills, but because of the white there are some spots, so I can now drag the white out like this and bam, I have the green here. Let's go and change this one to like yellow. And we can check this before we prep the photo shoot. Imagine you are in a store, you see millions of beautiful colors of paper. You just have to pick 3, but you have no fucking clue how your photo shoot will turn out. Maybe you have clothes of the model, but you have to think on the spot which colors will work good, how I'm supposed to do shit like this. And then AI comes to help. You can check it real time before going to the store and buying fucking paper to which colors you should pick, to what photo shoot. This could be your picture, alright? We can also do some artifacts removal, some photo restoration. If you have old photos that are like scratched or they were ripped apart, it will fix that for you with just like one click. And it usually, see, it takes a couple of seconds. Okay, she's smooth as a motherfucker. I don't like that. But you can switch it off and just hit OK. And look at that. What we have accomplished. Just a couple of seconds, right? But you know what? I think maybe I would like to make it more portrait looking. So what I would do, I would just make the frame bigger. like so. Okay, and I can just generate expand. We'll see, because sometimes it's just terrifying or stupid, but sometimes I must admit it, it's, yeah, this time also I must admit it, it's quite impressive. Okay, I think the third one, I'm gonna stick with the third one here. Boom, that's non-existing person, just bear that in mind. So I'm just gonna merge them, Control E, like this. Boom, I can do like some cool effects and shit like this within seconds. Do you understand that? I'm sorry, but this I will just repeat this fucking thing over and over again. But let's say we are advertising something. Okay, let's do freshly baked cookies. Okay, all right. I think the first one is good, but you can regenerate it as many times as you want until it will be perfect. You can even do like Q, then B to brush, square brackets to change the size of the brush, and let's do a couple of these here and there, because why not? Q again, we have to invert this. Control Shift I to invert this, and let's add a little cherry on top. Okay, it didn't work, but that's fine. If that doesn't work, you know what we can do? We can just we can just do that again, but this time just create it nowhere, basically. All right? Do this, then maybe leave it at that. Q again, Control Shift I to invert this, and now let's try cherry. And this is Photoshop, so this is like for photographers, right? Which one looks best? Okay, I think this one looks good enough. So I'm just gonna, oh no, it's blue. What can I use? Object selection tool, which is dang AI. Okay, it doesn't work like that. So I'm just gonna convert this to the smart layer. And with that, I can just go to select subject, which is also AI stuff. Okay, it doesn't work perfectly each time. So sometimes you just have to add a little bit. You fucking moron. No. Wait, maybe if I'll make it smaller, it will work. Okay, fuck it. It's not perfect, but I'm not gonna pass it as a real thing. I'm just designing photo shoot for tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a big client that bakes cookies, and I have no idea how I would do the photo shoot. So Control J to copy this bitch. This, just backspace, delete that fucking shit. V to move the shit, and bam, cherry on top. Hold Alt key, and you can copy the cherry a bunch of times. Control T for each, so you can swivel them and shit like this. Yeah, Control T. Let's flip it. Why not? Looks bad? Don't worry, mate. Just select both of these and generate. Type nothing. Wait for AI magic to work. Although this would pass for me at least as like a good photoshoot design. But if you want to get better with this, you can easily do that. Or like if the cap, you're trying to change the tables or some shit and the cap doesn't look proper, do this. It will try to fix it, and most of the times it will get it properly. And that's why this is amazing, because I don't have to spend 3 hours preparing something that only I will be looking at. Look, see, you have different methods. You have like some shadow, you have embedded one. I'm just gonna leave it at embedded one because it looks cool. I can also, let's do Q again, because why not? This one is the cherry I want with the brush, and I'm just gonna do like a little bit more. Okay, Q, Control Shift I. Let's try to add whipped cream, which I feel like it might not work, but it's okay. It looks popcornish. Okay, it kind of got it. Look, even the cherry even has reflections of it. Okay, that's convincing enough for me to like start thinking and designing the photo shoot. And I'm just gonna Control E them so I don't have a mess here. I have lady and I have nice looking cookies here. Shit. What else can we do? Let's import the mountain, cause why not? Or you know what? Let's make it way bigger. Or even no, I'm just gonna open it in like a new window. Okay, so here you probably know this, but you can do this shit and the rest of the picture will magically appear out of nothing. You can use real pictures as well as the AI created ones. Boom, we have nice weather here. So now what can I do? I can select subject. Let's see what subject it will. Okay, it took cookies, but for now, I'm just not gonna take cookies. So I'm heading for quick selection tool, making the knob a little bit bigger with square brackets, and I'm selecting these. She selected, Control C, then just Control V here. Bam. She doesn't fit the environment yet, but I'm not here to worry about that because I just want to design a photo shoot, which is really important for my career as a photographer right now, and I have a photo shoot tomorrow, and my head is empty. This lady, she sells houses, these houses there. Okay, would it make sense to put someone in that environment? Now I see that not really, but now I know, so I won't drag the model in uncomfortable clothes 300 kilometers into the fucking mountains to do the photo shoot. That won't work. So you can test your ideas. All right, you fuckheads. This is good. This is actually good. So lesson for today: go play with the goddamn neutral filters. This shit's amazing. And yeah, try this little thingy. If you don't see that and you have the newest version of Photoshop, just go to Window and you will find contextual taskbar. If you don't have this, your age probably isn't verified by Adobe, which I don't know why the fuck you need to be 18 to use it, but there's a restriction for that, so go check that out on their website. That might fix it. And if not, just go for beta version of Photoshop. Because beta version of Photoshop also has all of these like tricks and stuff like that in it built in. So it will work without asking you for your age, which is like bizarre to me. Because like it doesn't allow you to create like nude, it doesn't allow you to create like drugs or adult stuff. Anyways, so I don't know why Adobe is so bitchy about it, but okay. So listen up, you dipshits. Now it's time for Illustrator. So in here, I'm just gonna draw a little circle, then multiply it. So you can just grab this motherfucker with Alt, just move it, and then just Control D, and it will just multiply the last movement. So here, I'm just gonna do like 5 circles like that. Let's get them in the center. All right. So here you have really cool like generative AI stuff, and I think in my opinion, it's way better than the Photoshop one. I mean, at least for me, it's more impressive in Illustrator because you'll see in a moment. So in here, if you go to properties, you will find this new text to vector graphic thingy. And here you have 4 different types of things you can generate. So let's start with the subject. All right, we can do reference style. So if you need a new logo, but it has to be similar to your old logo, you can just pick the colors and shit like that so it matches. Great for brainstorming. You won't spend hours upon hours trying to figure out what direction to take. It can just take you a few seconds here to get a bunch of shit done. So let's do a kitten. So we're on the internet. Everyone loves fucking kittens. So let's generate this shit. So similarly to Photoshop, it will generate 3 variations of it. And boom, you have a kitten. So we have 3 of them. So if you want, you can just hold Alt key, move the shit out of it, and then just switch in between them like that. And bam, we have 3 variations of a goddamn kitten already. Okay, but we're gonna stay with the same prompt and we're just gonna change stuff. And also, if you don't like any of these kittens, you can just generate one more time and you will get 3 other variations of it. So let's go for the scene, and in here it will try to create some sort of like background shit, but since I didn't describe it, it might not like create anything really, but it will be different from the first version anyways. Yeah, see, now it has like kind of like a distinguished background in here. So I'm just gonna do the same thing with this again. So all of these now have backgrounds because I went for the scene. 1, 2, 3, blam. Here again, we're going for the icon now. This will try to do more of like a logo type. So if you're like designing a logo, and you're struggling, just go here. It's a great source of inspiration. Holy fucking smokes. Is it a blackface? Can I show this on YouTube? I don't know. It's a kitten though, right? So let's do, okay, those kittens here are horrible. Like, what the fuck? You look disgusting, dude. Let's do half detailed and regenerate this shit, because I don't like them. Look at this bad motherfucker here. All right, this one is evil, but these are, well, like, way better ones. Okay, this one's kind of cute though, but it has like 6 paws for some reason. But you know, you aren't supposed to be using this as your work for the client. You're supposed to be getting inspirations out of it. So you can create this logo, this type of logo, this type of logo. You can show that to client and ask if the client prefers to have like full blown kitten, the one that's like sitting, or just ahead of it. You can design lots of stuff within seconds. And let's check out patterns. Patterns, from my experience, it works the best for like fruits and vegetables and shit. It fucks up the animals and stuff like that, but we're gonna try anyways. Though you can also edit the pattern if you want, as usual pattern in Illustrator. All right, so this one we might need a bigger piece to expect the cats. See, this one is wonky and fucked up. These are like sirens. I don't know, it's like cat and siren hybrid thingy. The patterns don't really work that well on living things. Okay, this looks weird and wonky as well. Let's try some veggies. This should do like, yeah, I know that I can edit pattern. Fuck off. No, you. Okay, see, the vegetables are looking way better in that way. Although I don't know why the cabbage is red. I think it may mix it up with like rows and shit, but still usable just for checking shit out. But now check this out. I am able to create all of that out of this. And it took me like 5 minutes to do. And you know what? These are even better because all of them are vector graphic, which means that it all works like a fucking puzzle. You can change the colors as you like of any singular piece. And even you can change and move them around. So you can change the shape if you don't like it. You can move it. You can just delete it if you please. So everything is in vector. That's why I think it's the most mind-blowing thing to me. Like, that's why I think it's way better than the Photoshop one. Because if you know your shit, you know that vector graphic is basically infinite in its quality. So you basically have something that is infinite quality. Some details might be wonky and stuff like that, but you always have to work on AI. It's not like you can just generate shit and you're done. No, you have to work with it. And also they need, all of them, especially the ones in Photoshop, they need graphic designers attached to them. And another cool feature which involves AI is in coloration. So we can click on anything and you have this recolor thingy. So we can click here, and as you can see, we have a bunch of colors. So I don't know, I feel like that's too much colors for me. So I'm just gonna click here or just type down like 20. And now the whole silhouette is made up of 20 colors. That's it. Here you can pick the percentage of colors that should be more or less present. Not always works in the best way, but you can change that. If you know color theory, you can just move these knobs. So if we have like 2 colors, we know now that we can just do this and use less of this color than the other one because of the color theory. You can also color pick from other images, so you can just draw over a bunch of colors and it will pick them up like here. So we can do that. If you like these colors but you don't like how they are arranged, no problem. Let's do 15 again. Okay, here you can just shuffle them like that. So you can shuffle power of color basically and the colors around. In here you have color library, which is huge, but we're not here for this shit. I'm digressing. We're here for the AI. So here we have generative recolor. So we can click on it and here you can type down the prompt. And you know those like wall paints? They never make fucking sense. Like the names for the colors. The colors are usually like fucking miss on a ladybug's butt or something like that. And I always was like enraged by how stupid the names were. And I thought to myself like it's useless. But now it kind of makes sense because you can use these stupid descriptions as your colors. So for example, summer by the sea, and in here it will create you colors that are in that vibe. It's really cool because you can like add colors by your mood. So you can do like happy Sunday morning, and I'm just gonna add yellow or maybe the green, blue. Let's go for yellow as well. And it will take these colors into consideration as well. So we can generate colors or color palette, but you can suggest the colors yourself. So it's not like any moron can use AI. No, it's like built for us. It's a fucking tool. And if you think you're an artist and you're like strongly protesting this shit, you're fucking stupid. Especially mean that bitch from the tweet. Cause like you aren't even good though. Like really, I went through your profile and nothing good's there. Right? Like let's do a little scenario. You're struggling as fuck because the client wants to have a tiger, but he wants to have a house in one fucking logo, and you have no idea how to connect them. So we can just do tiger house, place an icon, let's do minimal, and try to generate something. And it's not like you're gonna just use it and sell it to client because it will look wonky and the graphic isn't perfect. Holy fucking shit, that's like a nightmare. But what you can do is you can just do a bunch of these, right? And you can show a bunch of logos like that to your client, and he will say like, oh, this one looks cool. So now we know how we can just flow with it. So we can just literally grab a pen, and on like a new layer we can just draw over this hideous thing, right? And we can just create our own variation of it. But no, only trash people use AI. Oh, shut the fuck up. And you know what we can do right away? We can just go to like asset export. If you don't have this here, just go to window and you'll find it. And let's go with like PNG exporters. And let's say you want to be 3D designer, right? Or you just want to do a simple visualization in a simple software like Adobe Dimension, let's say. So you can generate yourself any logo, any pattern, anything you want, and just pop that directly into any 3D software you want, just to do a little visualization, right? Because you don't have to do 2D graphics when you're 3D artist. Of course, it is better if you can do both, but you don't need to. Or maybe you can do 2D graphics, but you were never into logos and stuff like that, or you were never good at it for some reason, or you just don't want to spend a couple of hours creating some stupid logo that you're just gonna end up putting on some can somewhere in the background. Greatest tool ever. So this is the best AI tool Adobe has, I think. Okay, maybe besides the Illustrator one. If you ever did like any video, you know that it's pain in the ass to cut. Especially all of those pauses, like in here you can see I'm not talking. And I of course can just press C, then cut it, then V to move it, and I can just do this. Bam. Let it think. Alright, we don't have wonky teeth. Okay, that is how it's done. Usually it took me around 3 hours to just cut all of these fucking pauses. Because in here I can see one because it's big. But sometimes you have these like tiny pauses, like here. This is like a full second of pause. But if I zoom out of on the timeline, it cannot see shit. I can also make it bigger, but still it's like the tiniest dip. So I can just go here to the text window. So I can go here and find the text. It's like in here. And in that window, see, it shows me all the pauses right away. Shows me how long the pause was. So this one is 1.1 seconds, 1 second, 1 second again, 1.6 seconds. So I do those pauses sometimes to like think and shit. Or like even drink water or something, which you should do too, you thirsty fucks. Well, this one is like 6 seconds. First of all, so I can find the word and replace it on the screen, because I can generate captions like that. Boom, I have captions. But captions aren't the coolest thing. I can also do here, look, I said fuck 19 times recording this. I can just look it up like that. But the coolest thing is this little funnel looking thingy. Here I can just click on pauses, click on delete. It will show me all the pauses that are in the video. I can just hit delete button and then make sure you have extract. and then just delete all. Look at this. It literally took me a second. You just go to text, transcript, funnel thingy, pauses, delete. That's it. This fucking shit usually took me like 3 hours to make. And it's like, good, listen to this. I know the recording probably will be shitty, but I'm just gonna download this bitch. And yeah, fucking brainstorming. Now I don't have to spend time on like Pinterest for. Yeah, I don't have to spend time on like cutting like fucking pauses out of my video. And some of those like micro pauses and shit. It's horrible. Of course, this needs fixing because sometimes, I don't know, you went like with the pause and then you repeat the same word that you said and then you repeat the word that you said right before the pause. So sometimes there are like double words and some shit. And yeah, you have to pay attention to editing as well. So it also needs an editor. It also needs a person that knows what they're doing behind it. It's not some magical thing that will do everything for you, but it can cut your work from like 3 hours to like 3 fucking seconds. And look at this. Still some pause. Let's see. Okay, let's hear. Show proper results. Okay, see? And I can just cut this if I don't like it. Okay? It still needs more touch, but the first batch, I just cut the pauses, 3 hours, and it was better than this, of course. But now, after actually spending 3 hours with this AI tool here, I can be like half done with the video and importing all of the shit on the timeline, like images, videos, effects. I can just start doing cooler shit right away before spending too much time on cutting and cutting and cutting forever. So yeah, as I will always say, this shit is great. And if you're afraid that couple lines of code will replace ya, then well, I don't have good news for you, unfortunately. I literally think you're a shitty artist if you think like couple lines of code will take your job away. Because it won't take our jobs away. It will make it easier. And I hope this video helped you understand that. I showed you some tools in Adobe Suite. I know there's like a bunch of really cool websites that you can use and other AI tools for, but I just wanted to focus on specifically creative stuff. And I know like Adobe is overall creative thing. So yeah, we just got upgraded tools. All right? It's like invention of printing again, or like a camera. But you never thought you're gonna experience something like that. And you probably were laughing at people that were like scared of printing when the printing was a thing. And yeah, I just think it's really awesome that we got these tools. But one last thing before I go, we also got something that's called Remix Tool. And let's say you have a song or just a bit of a song. You lack like 3 seconds until the video ends. No worries, you just take Remix Tool, you just stretch it as much as you need. Let's give it a shot and listen to it. You wouldn't be able to tell it was edited like that. It was looped. What's amazing about this is that with like the smallest piece of music, you can stretch it forever. And you can stretch it so many times. Like, look at this. Look at the timeline now. Those are all cuts. Don't try to make the whole song out of it like I just did. Just trust me, if you lack like those couple of seconds at the end, this is like the perfect thing to use. And now let's talk a little bit about Sora. It recently just blew the internet again. We're again mind blown by the AI because of its video generating capabilities. First of all, think of how cool the goddamn CGI will get. Second of all, sometimes you need drone shot like this in your stupid little YouTube video. But you don't have the money to buy a drone like that, or even if you're like starting, if you don't really have money for this shit, you will be able to generate like a scene like that from a drone. But I have a drone and I will be able to make money. Shut the fuck up. I know like lots of people that own drones, and I honestly know only two people that got the drones because they're like really good photographers and shit. And they just got the drones because they wanted to do better pictures, and they actually did better pictures with that. They knew what they were doing. But most of y'all just own drones because you don't know what to do with money, or because you thought, oh, what a nice toy. I want to have a nice toy like that. So you got yourself a goddamn drone. And half of you have even no clue about like video making or like photography and shit. But you own a drone, and I now want $1,000 for flying it around for 5 fucking minutes. No, you lazy motherfuckers. If you wanna fly a drone, just go to the flying drone competition. Those things are cool as fuck. And if you're like a good drone guy, then go work for movies. Looks good in movies and shit. This guy is cute. I like that guy. Hello, little guy. This is quite nice. Although it looks like 3D render, it doesn't really look like a human yet. It's not really that convincing. Come on. This looks horrible. This, I like this one because those people are giants. Look at how tiny she is. But then it turns out they're like suddenly on the roof. But still, the beginning of the shot doesn't make sense. Is this usable? Hell yeah, it's usable. This one, oh my god, this one, I love it. I love how good it is and how convincing it is. Fuck me. This is nice. Like, how can you be mad and panicky about this? What the fuck? Have some wet boys. See, this is what I was talking about. This is like really cool and creative shit. This shows you the tool perspective of it. See, even they even show like sometimes it doesn't really make sense. That was perfect. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love this. But anywho, don't shit yourself when you see AI. Treat it as a tool. It will just make our job way easier, and I feel like more creative than ever because of all the shit I can do with it. It helps me a lot. I use it basically almost every time now when I'm working at like the graphic design, which I've been working for like over a decade. So yeah, don't be fucking stupid, mate.